You guys requested it, so here it is. Today we're doing a review of the Helen's Closet Cameron button-up shirt. And make sure you stay tuned to the end because I have 3 different styling options for you. Hi, my name is Sarah, and my channel is all about sewing and styling a handmade wardrobe. So let's start with why I wanted to make this shirt. I did have a white button-up shirt on my Make 9 list, so I wanted to fill a gap in my wardrobe because a white button-up shirt is a basic that I know that I could wear all the time, but for whatever reason I just had not made one up to this point. And although I do have many other shirt patterns in my wardrobe already, I was attracted to the oversized fit and the tower placket, which is a technique that I've never tried before. The pattern description says, the Cameron button-up has all of the classic features you look for in a great button-up shirt. Collar and collar stand, front button placket, and optional chest pocket. Cameron is dartless and has a boxy fit from the chest to the hip. View A features long sleeves with sleeve plackets and cuffs. View B features short sleeves. Try Cameron in flannel for the ultimate cozy layer or make it in linen for a modern look. Play with prints or solids and customize the length, pockets, and collar shape to suit your personal preferences. Cameron will surely be your go-to button-up shirt for yourself and loved ones. And the sizes in this go from a size 0 to a size 34. So for sizing, for myself, my measurements put me in the size 2, but I actually sized down and I made a size 0, which I will come back to later. And I shortened the sleeves by 3 inches, which is a pretty standard adjustment for me because I have very short arms. The fabric that I used is a 100% Italian cotton shirting that I bought from Metro Textiles over their Black Friday sale. I had about 2 yards and I want to say it cost me about $18. Now let's talk about the instructions. As I mentioned before, I've never done a tower placket before, but it was something that I've been wanting to try. And as usual, Helen's Closet instructions are excellent, and so I found them very easy to follow, and I think that the tower placket turned out really wonderfully, and I'm very, very happy with the way that it looks. There were a couple of other things about the instructions that I would change if I were to do it next time, but I think I'm going to go ahead and save that for a little bit later in the review. Now, as far as the construction goes, you do have a few options as far as finishing your seams. Helen's Closet says that you can serge the seams, or you can do French seams or flat felt seams. I chose to do flat felt seams. This is my second time doing this on a button-up shirt. And I will say that it was a little bit fiddly, especially getting the sleeve cap to lay smoothly and then getting right at the underarm where it's just a really, really small circumference to try to sew that seam. I think that next time I would just serge the seams because that's a clean finish and to me it looks perfectly fine, but that's personal preference obviously. If you want to take the time to do the French seams or the flat felled seams, the instructions provided I think are really good for that. Now let's talk about design changes and alterations. So I chose the size 0. I decided to size down because I was worried that the size that fit my measurements, the size 2, would be a little bit too big and baggy. And although I wanted the shirt to be oversized, I didn't want it to be sloppy looking. And because I have such a small frame, there's this tendency that oversized things do kind of overwhelm me. So I sized down, but I actually found after completing the shirt that I think that that was the wrong decision. Although the shirt is a relaxed fit on me, I think that it's not really oversized and that I would have been perfectly fine just sticking with the size 2, and that would have actually given me the look that I wanted. Additionally, in the size 0, I noticed that it feels just ever so slightly tight in the arms and across the back. So I think that if I made the size 2, that would take care of all of those issues. And next time I will do that. I'll go ahead and size up. I don't think that the size 0 looks bad on me and it's generally comfortable to wear, but again, for the look that I was going for, I really think I should have just stuck with my regular size, which would have been the 2. Now let's talk about some things that I would do differently next time. In general, I would say that the instructions were excellent. However, there were a few things that I would have changed if I were to do it all over again. So when I make a button-up shirt, I almost always try to finish off the neckline, like add the collar and collar stand as quickly as I can in order to prevent the neckline from stretching out. Now the instructions do say to stay stitch, and I did do that, but just from experience I found that the longer that neckline isn't finished, it just has more opportunity to stretch out. And I did try on the shirt as I was making it a few times, and I think that's just another opportunity for the neckline to stretch out. So I did find that when I put on the collar and collar stand, which I believe is one of the very last steps that you do, like right before the hem, I found that the neckline was hard to ease into that collar stand and that it had stretched out. So I did end up with a few tucks. It's not as perfect as I would have liked. And so I don't think there's anything wrong with the drafting or the instructions, but I would change the order of them next time to just go ahead and put on the collar and collar stand right after finishing the shoulder seams and the yoke. The only other little thing that I would change next time is Helen's instructions tell you to put 2 lines of gathering stitches on the sleeve cap to ease the sleeve into the armhole. I mean, that's a standard thing, pretty much all instructions say that. But just from my experience, I have a much easier time when I put 3 lines of gathering stitches. I just think it's a little bit easier to control and it holds the gathers or the easing a little bit better. So on my first sleeve, I actually did the 2 lines like the instructions said, and I had a little bit of a hard time getting the sleeve eased into the armhole, and I did get some little tucks and things that I had to remove and then try to sew it multiple times. Whereas the second sleeve, I went ahead and added a 3rd line of gathering stitches, and that sleeve went in super easy the first time. So I think just as a tip, if you want to have a little bit of an easier time putting your sleeve into the armhole, then I would go ahead and just do 3 lines of gathering stitches from the beginning, and I think that it would be much easier. And I'm pretty sure that I have taken some photos or video where you can see that inside comparing my 2 sleeve caps, that one is a lot less bunchy than the other, and I think that the one with the 3 lines of gathering stitches just went in a lot easier. So the final verdict, would I make this shirt again? Yes, I absolutely would. I really like the way that the style of it turned out. I think it's going to be a classic. I can see this becoming a TNT pattern that I will make over and over again. Just the next time I would change those little small things, the order of the construction, putting in the extra line of gathering stitches, and sizing up to a size 2, and then I think it would be my perfect shirt. Also, because this is a unisex shirt, I could see myself making some shirts for the men in my life. Probably my dad, maybe my husband. I do think it would be really nice to make shirts for other people, and I'm interested to try out this short sleeve as well. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the like button because it helps more people find my channel. Thank you so much. Now let's get to the styling options. Obviously, this is a classic garment. A white button-up shirt goes with everything, and so I didn't want to come up with the obvious ways that you could wear it. I try to think a little bit outside of the box, so I have 3 different looks for you for spring and probably into summer. The first look is an all-white look. So I styled the shirt tucked into my white denim miniskirt from Madewell, and then for a little bit of contrast, I added some black accents. So I wore a black leather belt and I'm carrying my black purse. And I just think that it's a super cute outfit. I wore it with white sneakers to keep it casual, and I think that it's really chic, and I love the way that the white on white looks together. The second look is the button-up shirt tied over a slip dress. I'm wearing it with my Friday Pattern Company's saltwater slip in basic black, and I just tied the shirt at the front and rolled up the sleeves for a super casual but chic look. I think that this would be perfect for a lunch date, and I really do enjoy the way that the button-up shirt looks over the black slip skirt or slip dress, but it looks like a skirt, and I really like that combo as well. And then the final look that I have for you is the shirt half tucked into some floral ruffly shorts that I made last year. The pattern is Simplicity 8558, and it's just a simple pair of rayon shorts, kind of culotte style, really loose and breezy. It almost looks like a skirt. And I think that that look is super cute with the pattern shorts along with the basic white shirt. And obviously there are just so many other ways that you could style this garment for year-round. I think that I'm going to get a lot of wear out of my shirt, and I'm excited to wear it in the coming days. Thanks so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I have a whole other playlist of sewing pattern reviews that I will link up here if you want to check it out. I'll see you next time.